Good morning, Writing 394. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback about, or a little bit an update about feedback. So, writing assignment number 2 is the first of the more dense writing assignments that you'll have. Out of the 4, 3 of them are much more comprehensive than the first. And what you'll notice is as I'm doing feedback, the first thing that I pull up, well, I'm sharing with you what I do. I always pull up the writing assignment, the PDF that outlines all of the specs and parameters and requirements for the writing assignment. Now, this one happens to be found in week 3 at the bottom where it says writing assignments to be submitted. Here is where you're going to find your rubric, and this is my bedrock for evaluation and assessment. So the rubric, if you go into your assignment folder and you go through to the bottom of the page, yikes, here we go. You will see where it says rubric, and it tells you each of the categories that I'm looking at. And they're basically 3 separate kinds of categories, and there's 4 sort of elements I'm looking at. First of all, did you find at least enough articles? Now, this says at least 4 from credible scholarly sources. I'll share with you, you will need to expand that for your research-based report. Do you have an introductory paragraph? Are the ideas and concepts developed in terms of categorized in themes, or labeled in groups as opposed to just an annotated bibliography? Does the review show how one article to the information from a separate article? Does it use signal phrases and parenthetical citations? Are you using APA correctly? And there again, it's in APA format. Does it have a conclusion or a concluding paragraph? And then it says at least 7 sources in all. Don't be confused with this is 4 credible scholarly sources. 7. So maybe you found an article in a newspaper that might relate to your topic. That would be considered a source correctly, but it wouldn't be considered a scholarly source. And then on the references page, are all of the resources or all of the sources listed in APA format. So these are the line by line, these are the elements that I'm looking at. I'm looking for and evaluating. And excellent means it is above and beyond. It could be published immediately. Good means you're following the directions. There's a few things that could be polished. Fair means we're moving in that direction. I can tell that you have an understanding of the concept. Needs improvement means we really need to work on this. And does not pass means it just doesn't meet the mark for where we need to be right now in Writing 394. So those are the categories and sort of the general descriptions of what these terms mean and how it is that they are assessed. And I hope that gives you a better understanding of what a rubric is and how it's essential for assessment. And so that's the last portion of it. A rubric is really the guide for you to begin writing. That's really the part and parcel where you need to, I guess the rubber meets the road, where these are the exact components. If we couple this outline of the requirements with the rubric for assessment, then that gives you the most comprehensive framework within which to write your piece. So I hope that was helpful.